Hi aesthetic clinic owners, it's Miriam here, and these tennis courts behind me, I've walked past them about a million times. They're in my local park and I never really paid any serious attention to them until about a couple of months ago I started playing tennis, and suddenly I'm trying to book these tennis courts and I actually have started to see tennis everywhere. My tennis coach is suddenly, every time I turn a corner in my neighborhood, there he is. It feels like there's a lot more mentions of Wimbledon and the French Open in the press this year, and I discovered that a friend of mine plays tennis. I never realized that she did. It's just absolutely everywhere. Of course, it's completely my imagination. It's really not true. There isn't a sudden dramatic rise in mention of tennis just because I started playing tennis myself. And there's a scientific word for this. It's called the frequency illusion. The idea is that when you're really into something, when you first notice it and it's on your mind, you're much more likely to notice it again and again and again. And you're going to think that it's more popular just because of this phenomenon. It's exactly like you would, let's say you're starting to think maybe my next car should be a Ford, and everywhere you go, suddenly you see Fords. I'm sure that's something similar has happened to you. So how do you use this to market your clinic much better? Well, it means that you don't have to be the biggest clinic in town spending eye-watering amounts on advertising in order to catch people's attention. All you really need to do is to be on enough platforms that once you've caught their attention, they keep on seeing you again and again and again, and then that creates the impression that you are a really in-demand, authoritative destination, authoritative clinic, even if that's not quite the case quite yet. It creates that impression. That's the frequency illusion. That's why immersing people in your world, creating a really coordinated set of messages across several different platforms, is one of the 4 pillars of aesthetic immersion marketing. To learn more about the system, just hop over to www.aestheticimmersionmarketing.com, where you can find out a lot more about it. Meanwhile, I'm Miriam Shavir from Brainstorm Digital, and I will see you on the next episode of Mastering Aesthetic Marketing.